Hi, I'm Liz Bullen, founder of The Habit Tracker, a platform that aims to empower increased productivity, health, and wellness through the adoption of new habits. Now, I'm sure that sounds like a lofty claim, so let me break it down. First, I'll explain what a habit is, and then I'll explain how harnessing the power of a habit can transform your life. So first, let's take a look at what is a habit? Well, habits are essentially little ingrained philosophies through which we make all kinds of decisions in our daily life, from the food we eat, to the way we communicate with our partners, to whether or not we say hello to that person that we pass by in the street. And it's the sum of all of the little actions that we take over the course of our lives that's going to give us a cumulative quality of life index. And how we get that is that we're going to take all of the positive habits, all the good habits, the ones that are reinforcing our true needs and desires. They're the ones that anchor us. They are the things, the little things like getting a good night's sleep or having healthy finances. All of those little gestures are going to go into the positive, like adding to the pot, if you will. And then we have habits that are, well, not so good. They're bad habits, and they're going to be things like stress eating or spending money we don't have, all kinds of things. And they take or detract from the pot. And so it's all the healthy habits minus the not so good ones. And that ultimately is going to give us a number that's indicating to what extent we're living our lives with authenticity. Now, to really understand where these habits come into play, we need to think about where habits come from in the first place. Habits can come from all kinds of places, from groupthink, advertising, family values, social norms, cultural rituals, all kinds of places. And oftentimes they're passed on to us through generations. But what could have served us 100 years ago may not serve us in today's world. For example, if your ancestors were just coming out of a time of deep famine and war, they might have latched onto the value of abundance to help them reset a system that was experiencing great loss. So that abundance value is going to help reset the system. But if it's not used as a crutch, if the system holds on to that as a value, you'll see that over time, when the system resets itself, it flips in the other direction. And that will manifest potentially on generations later as excess. And that could be in the form of excess body weight, or excess stuff in the form of hoarding, or excess in the form of greed. And so we can see one value can be a value or an anti-value depending on the context. And oftentimes we have tried and true adages that are passed on to us from one generation to another, or are inculcated in us by our cultural norms and rituals. And if we don't analyze these over time, then we might see ourselves adopting habits that aren't necessarily adapted to today's world and today's life. But the process of identifying and changing habits can be difficult. First of all, because habits are invisible by their very nature, and also they are created to be internal efficiencies for us. And so the act of pivoting and retraining can be a lot of work. Now, that's precisely where the Habit Tracker comes in. The Habit Tracker is a platform that aims to empower you to help identify which habits are serving you and which ones we can replace with ones that will serve you better. And then offer a platform of programs that can help you change those habits over time and connect you with other like-minded people through the community of the Habit Tracker to help exchange stories of how life looks before and after, but also to bring together ideas of how to do habits from different cultures around the world. Because ultimately, the problems we're solving with our habits are the same ones all people are solving all around the world. Because our hardware is the same. We're all built on the same hearts. It's our software that's different. The wiring that happens on top through our experience and education. Today, the Habit Tracker is just getting started, and we would love for you to be a part. So please, like, love, share, subscribe, and tell us in the comments what kind of content would you like to see. And please volunteer or reach out to be a partner. We'd love to hear from you, and we're so excited that the Habit Tracker is just getting started. We're looking forward to seeing what kind of incremental excellence we can build together. Thank you.